Hey everybody, this is the Utah Outcasts. We are a very much uncensored and unabashedly atheist show coming at you from the great and spacious state of Utah via podcast and YouTube. We exist to bring you some news you missed, have some fun with real audio, and a whole lot more each week. For each topic that we bring up, whether it be funny, rage-inducing, or just something that we think you should hear, we try our best to bring it to you from a skeptical viewpoint and with our added layers of innuendo. Well, as much as our church-ran legislature will let us get away with. I'm your faithful host, X, and this is episode 81 this is the second in the year of 2017. Hooray. I'm going to stop doing this is number blah, blah, blah for the year, but this is episode 81. So welcome to that. Before we get started with let's get the milk out of the way before we get to the meat. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Keto, huh?
That's a Mormon reference. Milk before meat.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a minute or two to talk to our panelists. If you're watching on video, you can see who's already here. But for people listening, you've gotten audio cues already. But let's find out what they've been up to. So with us this evening, we have Kyle Steenblick and Geoff Linville. Good evening, gentlemen. How are you two doing?
Welcome to the podcast. This is the only time I'm going to be doing radio announcer voice today.
Yes, welcome to the sausage party.
It's quite a sausage party.
It's funny. We'll gain listeners because it's all guys here, but then we'll lose listeners when
because it's all guys.
Because it's all guys, and then the same thing happens when Felicia shows up and it's just me and her. People can't make their.
You can't win.
No, it's funny to me that is people that you think are working with. Why am I even trying to go down this rabbit hole? Because people consistently just let me down. And I'm not talking about our listeners. Every one of our listeners is fucking awesome. But the problem is like when you think the American people can't get more fucking stupid, they do the hold my beer and they literally take the shit off the rails. Man. So yeah. So what's up with you guys? What have you been up to?
Okay.
Oh God. So I got off a, oh God, what was it by the time I finished? A 17-hour shift. Yeah. And let me tell you, it's really fun trying to drive home when it's like -2.
Yeah, that's super fun, isn't it?
Yeah, that's super fun. It's getting the car. I got in my car and I've got work gloves in my car because it's just a good place to keep them. So I'm driving with one work glove on because the steering wheel is too cold to touch. It's also really a similar. It's really that bad. I actually do that in the summer too when the steering wheel is too hot to touch. But I can't do it with two hands because then I can't, feel the buttons that I need to push to try to find something to listen to on my drive home.
Well, for those folks listening outside of Utah, the week of January 2nd or January 1st until you guys get this episode, this is going to come out on the 11th. Mm-hmm. And this week we've had here in Utah, especially in the northern part where we're at, it's been negative temperatures like during the day.
Yeah.
Like it got to negative 15 in Cache Valley. Like it was really fucking cold.
Well, and it shit snow everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of damn snow.
For that. And then the temperature dropped, so everything is there's frozen tire treads of slush on the roads.
So when it warms up, they're talking about being worried because there might be a flood.
Yeah.
And the droves of all the Mormon assault vehicles driving way too fast because they're so large, it doesn't really help out either.
Yeah, the fucking truck's going like 80 in a 40. I'm like, what? Okay, you're just looking to die, aren't you? Assholes. But we don't want to talk traffic chat, so it's been really fucking cold.
Yeah, it has. So I spent the day today after waking up and crawling downstairs and drinking like 3 very large cups of coffee. I spent the rest of the day huddled in my bedroom putting together a computer.
I literally have no other size of coffee cup than very fucking large. I don't have
huge. Yeah, it's huge.
Well,
I got a huge Batman cup.
Well, I've got all the like normal size mugs that I give to visitors.
Oh,
hi! You want a cup of coffee? Here, have this little cup of coffee.
Then you have the Master's mug.
Yeah, this is like 36 ounces. Yeah, that's mine. Yeah, I haven't built a computer in 15 years since I was doing that for a living.
So many tiny screws.
Oh, yeah. So many tiny
Kyle,
screws.
you should just take the entire pot of coffee and just put like a silicone ring on the top and just drink out of that.
Oh, yeah, but that's awkward.
Or just a big straw.
My carafe is fucking weird. I have to like tip it way too far for it to pour.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Well, I've got to have an excuse. I've got to have an excuse to get up and walk into the kitchen. Because that's where the fridge is. Otherwise, I'll just eat coffee. That's it. That's all I'll consume.
Fucking bowl full of grinds. What are you looking at, you pansy?
Oh, that reminds me. It's been a long time since I've gotten a big bag of chocolate-covered espresso beans.
I can never do those. The shells would bug the fuck out of me.
Nah, I fucking love those.
Oh, they're tasty. Juice and Java used to stick them on. I think they still do. Stick them on the cups, and they'd get all melty. And so you'd drink your first drink and have this melty piece of chocolate with a bean in the middle of it. Ooh, so good.
Oh, they're great. I need to go get some of those now. God damn it! Now I want some.
So anyway, if you guys are new to the show, welcome. You of course can find us on a whole lot of fucking social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm trying to do more Insta people. It's between the two and YouTube. It's like I got to publish this to a third thing. So I'm gonna look into a Hootsuite account this week. So
Hootsuite's amazing. You'll love it, X.
This show is brought to you courtesy of the fans who support our show each week via Patreon. So I feel like I need to give a huge couple of moments to everybody to thank them for doing so. The highest praise goes to Dan Ellis, Luis Cruz, and Geoff over here. Hi, Geoff. But we also have a new follower. That is Mike Bowman was the one that we talked about last week. That was the new guy that was following us on YouTube. He subscribed to us on YouTube, and next thing you know, we have a new patron. So that's pretty fucking awesome. So we went from like he didn't know about us, he found us, and he fucking loves us. So I'm like, yay, that made my day. So thank you for that, Mr. Bowman. I really appreciate that. But we do have to give the most love to the guy who gives us the biggest paychecks, and that's Danny Lopez. So thank you very much, Danny, for all of you guys' help. Yay. You make the show a better thing, and we do have exciting stuff planned for 2017. And I know every show that you listen to says that, but
we actually do.
We're actually going to do this. So if you want a little shout out, but you don't have the budget to do so, we'd love a quick review on or subscribe on whatever app you catch us on, because every little bit helps. And we'll even give you a shout out for it, just like we're about to do right now as we go over our new Twitter followers. But I do need to give a quick thank you to those wonderful 5-star reviewers that gave us some reviews on iTunes. We have a review that came out right before Christmas time, so I'm sorry I didn't get to that one sooner. By Ink Inconnu, INKINCONNU, says, fantastic, a great podcast for the 40% of us who are completely ignored by the state government. Thank you. And like we were just talking about, Mr. Bowman left us a 5-star review. Man, he is just doing everything we asked him to do. Fucking awesome, Mike. That's great.
We love you even more so.
And he ask for more things.
He left this one on New Year's Eve saying, my new friends, 4 years ago at the age of 37, I left the LDS Church and religion. I recently found your podcast and I love it. You echo my thoughts to a T.
Yay.
Living in northern Utah County, other atheists are hard to come by.
Oh, that's where I am, Mike.
Yep. I'm going to have a drink and keep listening. So he only listened. He probably caught on to the clip show and the most recent one with me and Felicia. So Geoff, you're going to be a relative new guy to him. So yeah.
Awesome.
I know. Find Geoff on Twitter and Facebook. He'll talk with you. He'll be your buddy.
Oh, yeah, anytime.
He'll go drinking with you.
Yeah.
Can you actually drink?
Represent.
Yeah. Can you drink in Utah County?
Yeah.
How many bars do you guys have down there? There's a few bars down there.
To be honest with you, I think most of them are probably named after like the bottom of a cow's hoof or something. I don't know.
The shit stain.
Like, like the mushed poop or something. I don't.
The cum bucket.
I have very memories of getting very dirty looks stumbling into a bar in Lehigh one day.
Whoa! What was the name of the bar that was in the Police Academy series? Anybody remember that one?
No.
Blue Oyster.
The Blue Oyster. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
God, you can remember that shit.
Oh,
You
man.
remember
I barely remember the Police Academy movies.
Fucking love those movies. I remember Proctor in the was he a sergeant or what was he? He was the commandant. No, the commandant was the dumbass.
Commandant Lessard.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the other guy, the one that played, always played like the guy from Mannequin, the one that was the security dude. I don't remember. Nobody remembers his name, and you shouldn't remember his name because that's wrong. You should not remember that man's name.
It's in here.
It hit the long-term memory. So while he tries to remember that, I'm going to talk about the people that are now following us on Twitter. We have Pamela, we have Chuck and Willie Bombs, which is actually Chuck and Willie's Book of Mormon Stories podcast. So we're looking forward to doing some stuff with them here in the near future. They call themselves, we host an atheist podcast in which we read the Book of Mormon and laugh and laugh and laugh. So go follow them. They've got quite a bit more followers than we do. That's fucking cool. Awesome, guys. Latin Snake Hips also followed us.
Damn, that's a cool name.
And it says, I love you like a Hobbit lover loves second breakfast. That's pretty funny.
Man. I don't know if you could get a higher compliment than that.
I know, right?
Not really. No.
Sabrina Goldsworthy and Pamela followed us as well. We also had Charles Jenkins started following us, and that almost sounds like Leroy Jenkins, and I'm not trying to be racist. Charles Jenkins is a Christmas music artist, so I'm wondering how he found us.
I don't know. But we're glad he did.
I'm glad
because I've been singing "Oh Holy Night" and sending everyone to our podcast.
He's got like 89,000 followers. So. Welcome. Yeah, but he is also following like 53,000. So he can't actually look at Twitter and have it work.
Yeah. Once you get above like 10 people, it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, once like you get to once you bring it up, they bring up the app. You're like, okay, I can look at the last 30 seconds maybe at the most.
God damn it, shut up people so I can read.
No kidding. So that's all we got for new followers and everything this week. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into our first segment of the week.
God, last night
it's like nonstop going on.
He gave me, I didn't know if I can live through it.
Yeah, you said that. And I said you just need to be at peace right now because
No, I won't be.
But I said, just so he could sleep for a few hours. I said, Jim, you just need to be at.
God said,
because you said
a judgment and a storm, a shaking of an event so horrible. Man has never seen it before. Right. What's coming?
The first one that we have up for you guys this week comes from Right Wing Watch, and normally we save these for the Phone with Real Audio. We're not going to do the audio portion of it. But this one is about Jim Bakker, who hosted several fellow end times preachers on his television program just the other day on December 12th. So this is a couple weeks ago, but this came as a request from one of our Twitter people out there. We will do the stories that you guys request from us. But he wants to talk about it. His name is Tom Horn. He's a prolific author of Last Days themed books. Why can't I write a book like that? I have integrity. That's right. He spent the entire segment of the program explaining that rabbis have revealed that Trump may be the Messiah.
What?
Yeah. Or a harbinger to the arrival of the Messiah, akin to John the Baptist. So they're looking at Donald Trump as the Messiah, Horn said of the rabbis, in quotes there, because, we're talking about just all of them rabbis. Saying that Trump's name actually means Messiah. We were talking about that a couple of weeks ago. Yeah,
no, it doesn't really.
And Horn said if that Trump is not the Messiah, then he is likely the forerunner to the Messiah who will start the message. So if he's not the guy, it's
his kids.
If it's not the guy, it's definitely going to be the guy after him, So can we get a trans president up there just so these people's heads explode after fucking Trump loses?
Please. Yeah, but they're completely overlooking the fact that the Trump family changed their name. So that's not even really what their family name is.
Well, all racists usually change their name.
Yeah.
And we're not talking the simplification of names when they came to like Ellis Island or anything like that. Yeah. We're talking like Adolf Hitler had a different name before he was Mr. Hitler. So,
well, no, they just changed their name because it was really shitty for business. You can't put Drumpf on a bill.
Yeah, Drumpf doesn't sound as good, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Trump.
You're not going to do business as a drum.
Well, you're going to do business, but not the kind of business that you want to do.
Why are my jobs shitty jobs? Well, because your name's Drumpf.
So he will start the message in the wilderness, and the Messiah is going to be coming in on his heels. The fuck does that? Where do these people pull this shit out of? I don't
know, but it's very far up. The
look. Okay, I'm fat. I'll admit to this. I am overweight, and I have a big ass for a white guy. So I mean, I've been told this by people like, "Damn, Chris, you got a lot of ass," and I'm like, "Yep, I got a lot of ass. Thank you very much. That's great." But even my, curvaceous cavity, fucking gigantic ass I cannot reach in there far enough to pull stuff like this out of it. I mean,
well, have you really tried?
I've sent cameras up in there to find stuff like this, and they all return with negative results. I mean, every once in a while I have to go get a biopsy, but it's never anything.
Only your proctologist knows for sure.
Nope.
He keeps
There's
that all
no
secret.
end times up there.
Thank goodness for HIPAA laws, man.
Yeah, thanks, HIPAA.
Man, so if Trump turns out to only be a John the Baptist-like figure, Horn explained, then his inauguration will signal the beginning to the countdown of the appearance of the Messiah, of the thing, of the that, of the this, of the I don't care.
Mm-hmm. So it's another one of those, if it's not this, it's the next, and it won't happen again. Mm-hmm. They said, no, I meant the next, and then eventually he'll just die.
Mm-hmm.
But the rabbis who do think he's the Messiah are looking for proof that Trump's bloodline goes back to the Davidic dynasty.
The
lineage of David, King David.
Yeah, how's that gonna work? I mean,
I can. Well, talk to some Mormons.
He was fucking Arab. God damn it!
Is this kind of one of those things like around here? Everybody's related to Brigham Young.
Yeah, kind of.
No, if you can trace it back to being
related to Brigham Young is a little different because he had 37 wives with 57 children each. So yeah, that's not unusual.
Yeah, and for those people that are listening outside of Utah and have never run across somebody that does genealogy like it's a fucking like it's something they have to do, or it's like they're breathing, or like our podcasting, they have to do genealogy. There are some people that are audacious enough to trace it all the way back to Adam and Eve.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen their family trees. Yeah. I've seen these. And there's a third one. There's a branch underneath there. Okay, so Adam and Eve make Cain and Abel. I'm like, wait. Okay, so
and then
but when Cain and Abel, okay, so Cain killed Abel, then they went to a place where there were people. What? How can you trace yourself back that far?
Yeah, where did they break off from there? Looks like it's more roots than it is branches.
They had other kids.
I'm sure there's a chapter in there where they lost all their ribs and suddenly there were a lot of women.
Lots of begats.
Let's do more spiritual children shit. Let's do that.
But I mean, the funny part about it is if they lost more ribs to get more women, why did they need the women if they didn't have ribs?
It's the Theaden level, I guess.
Mm. When did the Thetans get involved? When did that happen?
I don't know. That's what the women are made of.
Oh, the
body the midichlorians will take over.
So Horn added in at the very end here, he follows it up with the "I'm just saying," So anytime anybody says that, that's like the wah wah wah, the sad trombone for me. But he says that the Antichrist is also about to materialize. Like he's being beamed down from the fucking Enterprise or something. But it's definitely not Trump. It's definitely not
materialized for these people.
Let's see.
Well, for the last
Clinton was the
years.
Antichrist. Obama was the Antichrist.
Obama was the Antichrist.
Hillary, I think, is somewhere in there.
Yeah, Hillary was like the Jezebel or something. No, she's actually the beast from Revelation, the one with the
there you go.
The head with 7 heads and crowns upon the horns and shit, whatever, and sword mouth Jesus and all that other fun fucking bullshit that's in there.
Ooh, guns. Come on, Sal. Tigers are playing 2 nights. I never miss a game.
Okay, don't get all pissed off. This one does come from Huffington Post. It's a news article. It is opinionated, of course, but The thing is, it does report news. So what they want to talk about is if you've been living under a fucking rock, you might not have noticed that there was a Fort Lauderdale mass shooting this week in an airport. And a GOP lawmaker, he's Greg Steube, has introduced a bill allowing open carry in airports.
That's such a good idea.
Doesn't the FAA says no guns like on the airplanes? Like it has to be checked in your luggage. Isn't that what it has to be?
Uh-huh. This guy should just stick at driving the Love Boat.
So you can open carry up until you reach the ticket counter. So this is fucking bullshit anyway. So you can open carry up until the point where you get your flight, your boarding passes. Then what? And then like you have to go to the TSA line, you have to go to the Cinnabon, you have to go to the
Yeah, what's their thinking here? What's the plan?
Oh yeah,
your Uber driver will take it back to your house for you.
Yeah, so
you can mail it to yourself. Like with your Swiss Army knife.
He's taking up legislation that will allow civilians to open carry guns in airports and college campuses and other public places. Greg Steube said on Friday's mass shooting at Fort Lauderdale's Hollywood International Airport. No, don't use fucking Hollywood when you're in Florida. No. There's only one Hollywood.
But there is a Hollywood, Florida.
I know, but it's
a shithole.
Yeah.
And the other one stole it from them because it was Hollywood land originally, wasn't it?
It's like Kissimmee, Florida, or like Fort Myers. Fuck, Florida is full of trash towns. I fucking hate Florida.
Florida's such a shitty little state. I'm sorry for anybody who happens to be trapped in Florida.
Yeah, sorry about that. One of my favorite comedians comes from Florida, but the thing is like, even Bugs Bunny back in the day was making jokes about cutting Florida off the fucking United States. So you guys are used to it. And you guys have your own fucking hashtag on Twitter with Florida Man. So you guys know entirely what we're talking about, if anybody's listening from there. So
should have taken a left at Cucamonga.
It says it would allow Floridians with a concealed weapon permit to have guns with them in non-secure areas of schools, courthouses, and airports. This would include airport baggage claim areas where a lone gunman killed and wounded multiple people during Friday's attack. And this is a quote from the dumbass. Law-abiding people who have gone through the background checks, gone through the training, that's the problem. A lot of people are not. He's talking about you don't have to have training for open carry.
No, you don't.
It shouldn't be told that they can't carry and that they can't defend themselves.
They wouldn't have to defend themselves if everybody wasn't open carrying.
If we weren't a gun culture, we wouldn't have to worry about any of this shit.
Well,
someone could come after you with a knife. Yeah, that knife could also be used to like peel an apple.
Yeah, they could.
You know how I feel about guns on this show, so.
Well, yeah, and it's just a gun is a shitty way to defend yourself. It really is. It's not an effective form of self-defense.
And so their argument, of course, is that terrorists and other attackers often seek targets where they're unlikely to encounter armed people, said Steube.
That's not true.
And law enforcement officers can't be everywhere. That's that whole thing of like, what if someone's kicking down your door and you like what are you going to do? Call the cops or get your gun? I'm like, I'm going to call the cops, and then I'm going to get like my bowling ball or something. I'd much rather, kick a guy than shoot a guy. But that's just me. But then again, how many forced entries do you hear about? I mean, they're very, very, very fucking rare. Because the prison sentence for a theft versus a robbery are very different. Burglary versus robbery are two very different things. So,
well, yeah, I mean, that's the point of breaking into somebody's house is to steal stuff.
Exactly.
You don't do that if somebody's home.
And it's usually all these people that are saying, well, if someone broke into my house, I wouldn't hesitate shooting them in the face. But yeah, what happens when you actually do that? Irreversible damage to you and those around you. It doesn't matter. You can't prepare for that kind of stuff. I mean, look at people that go into the military, come home with PTSD. It's a similar emotional response that you get for taking, the life or even most of a life from someone using that tool.
And just do a couple quick searches for instances for cases where an intruder has been shot, but it was not actually an intruder.
It was a member of the family.
It was a member of the family, or somebody, drunk trying to get into the wrong house because they couldn't tell the houses apart because they all look the same.
Oh, so that kind of goes into what he says here. Stubby says, I dismiss the possibility that a licensed gun holder would accidentally shoot an innocent bystander. That's always the opponent's hypothetical criticism of the case. If there's a solution where that has occurred, I would love to know. Wow, we can literally give you...
That's happened.
Hey, how about that crazy ass lady that shot at somebody that was just shoplifting from like a Lowe's?
Yes. It was Lowe's or Home Depot, something like that.
Yeah.
Man. So law enforcement officials have said in the past that bystanders' firearms can make an active shooting situations more confusing, making it harder to pick out who the suspect is. Right. Licensed gun owners also have the trouble of determining who to shoot.
Right.
If you have like 6 concealed carry guys all pulling their weapon after they hear the first gunshot, there's a video out there by Mr. Oizo, which is he's a EDM artist, but he did a video called Ham, where it was directed by Eric Wareheim, where it talks mainly about the gun culture in the United States, where somebody tries to buy something at a store, but they're all fighting over it, and next thing you know, one person pulls a gun, and then all the people pull a gun, and yet everybody ends up dead at the very end.
Everybody's dead.
It's dumb. Everybody's dumb about this shit. So
yeah.
Let's see. The gun safety advocates railed against the legislation. Michael Gajda, Gajda, Haida, I don't know. Whatever. Michelle is a volunteer leader at the Florida chapter of Moms Demand Action for Gun Sense in America. That's MDAGSA. No, work on your acronym, people.
I was going to say, you can't. That doesn't roll off the tongue.
No. Said in a statement Friday that the Fort Lauderdale shooting should serve as a reminder that guns have no place in an airport. Floridians have the right to be in an airport, a nightclub, or a college campus without the fear of possibly being gunned down. Let us stand together in the honor of today's victims and demand that our lawmakers make public safety a top priority once and for all. Not going to happen because look who runs the country now. The Fox is running the hidden house and making the decisions. So
right, but in the case of Florida, even those precautions wouldn't have they wouldn't have helped.
No,
the guy was he was a National Guard, wasn't he?
I think so. He was
military.
Something there.
Yeah. I don't even think he was prior military. He had current military credentials.
Oh, okay.
But I don't have the specific details in front of me. But
it's never stopped us before.
Never stopped us before. But yeah, he was probably active or recently active in the military. He legally checked his firearm, picked it up at the baggage claim, and then took it to the bathroom. Yeah, he went to the bathroom where because it was in his carry-on unloaded. He went into the bathroom and loaded it, and then walked out and started shooting.
Snapped.
Oh yeah. The guy had completely snapped, and there are, I think, stories I saw somewhere that he was being watched by the FBI, or he had talked to the FBI because he said
apparently people knew this was going to happen, or they had a good inkling that he wasn't quite
that something was going to happen.
He wasn't all there.
It's like that neighbor of yours or your cousin or uncle or whoever it is that eventually when you're interviewed for the news story, you say, "Oh yeah, totally, I knew this was coming."
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a surprise.
No,
that makes me think of a fun game we could play in the future. Like, what would your family say about you if you were to die? Without clearing your browser history and all that shit.
How are you going to make them pay for the wall?
I will, and the wall just got 10 feet taller. Believe me, it's got 10 feet taller. I saw him make the statement. I saw him use the word that he used. I can only tell you, if I would have used even half of that word, it would have been national scandal.
So another news article here from a Huffington Post about good old Donald Trump. And when we've brought this up through multiple places, so it's not just HuffPo. So, we do have a liberal bias, and you guys know that already. So no surprise there. So yeah, what? I thought you guys were right wing. Maybe to some people we could be, but Donald Trump admits finally that U.S. taxpayers will pay for the wall. I just want to not say anything else and just clap, you know.
But given our last rip on Jesus, that wouldn't really work out, huh?
No, definitely not. So he said on Friday that he intends for U.S. taxpayers to fund the construction of the proposed wall among the U.S.-Mexico border. He said the money will be paid back by Mexico later.
Sure, it will.
No, trust me. I got they're spotting us a 5. Yeah. You know, we'll spot them a 5, and then the dishonest media will not report that any money spent on building the Great Wall. He's calling it the Great Wall.
The Great Wall. God. Yeah.
Will be paid back by Mexico later.
Because it won't be.
Oh, and what's it going to cost? Oh, they're saying upwards of like $40 billion to be building this thing that can be bypassed by a either tunnel or a ladder.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to say...
We have airplanes. A wall is not going to do any good.
We have submarines. We have every possible way to get around the stupid fucking wall. Right.
It's not like there are droves of people that are like just walking across the border.
And this is...
Wait. Yeah, they are. They're walking through the doors that are already in the border crossings.
You know what's going to happen? I remember years ago, David Copperfield doing a trick of walking through the Great Wall of China. All they're going to do, they're going to have a news special with the magician that gives everything away, where he's going to show everybody how to walk through the wall.
It's called camera tricks, people.
Oh, it is. Yeah. You know, the way that he's explaining this, it's like when my kids don't have any money and we're out at the store and say, Dad, I want to buy this. Well, no, you don't have any money. No, if you'll buy this for me, I promise when we get home that I'll do some extra work. Now, that never works.
Why don't you do the work first?
Now I'm the sucker.
So how would Trump possibly get a foreign or a sovereign nation like Mexico to fork over billions of dollars for a domestic building project that it actually opposes?
You can't.
And here's what the POTUS has to say about this. He plans to keep talking to Mexico about how the country will pay for the wall. You will pay for it. No, we're not going to. No, senor. No. He said whether it's through tariffs or a direct check, they'll pay us for it. So
through tariffs, huh? Yeah, that's going to work out.
Tariffs work really well. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Does he not realize that the more you harm their economy, the more immigrants we're going to have in this country? You know, the reason they're going back to Mexico is because there's actually stable jobs and, you know, people can afford shit again in Mexico. Yep. They're going back because they don't want to be here. And I'm not talking about all of them. Specifically, some people do want to be here, but
on immigrants.
No, we're negative, and that's thanks to fucking Obama. You know?
Yep. Yeah. Thanks, Obama.
And don't let it be twisted. Obama's not the best when it comes to this kind of thing because he did deport quite a lot of fucking people, you know?
Yeah, he did.
But the funniest thing that comes from this whole exchange is that Vicente Fox, the former president of Mexico, had a tweet that he sent out earlier, like after Trump was saying all this shit, saying that it's another promise he can't keep. He says that Trump may ask whoever he wants, but still neither myself nor Mexico are going to pay for his racist monument. Another promise that he can't keep.
Great.
Trump, when will you understand that I'm not paying for that fucking wall? He put this on Twitter. Be clear with U.S. taxpayers. They will pay for it.
Oh my gosh.
And from the Occupy Democrats website where I got these quotes from, it says Republicans have made racism a pillar of their 2016 party platform. And yes, they have.
Yes, they have.
No, we haven't.
No, we're not racist at all.
But sadly,
it's just that one guy.
It's Trump. It's all him. He did it. He's the one that started all this shit.
It's the pinnacle. It's an entire political party that is now based on we're not racist, but
yeah. Oh man.
I didn't say it. I mean, I agree with it wholeheartedly, but I'm not the one that said it.
I can't remember where I read it, where someone said, you know, right before the ball drops for 2017, someone's going to come out and say, it's called the aristocrats.
It's Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh man, I love that man.
Me too.
Greatest laugh
I'll work on my impression. I was going to pull it out right now, but it's been a while. So
No, but you gotta-
Yeah, that's a hard one to do. That's
you gotta
really,
wince
really hard.
so goddamn
Wait,
hard.
I'll pull that one out too.
I'll pull something out.
Hey.
Well, that's like, I mean, you can't really say much more about Trump. That this is just
It's-
Commentary is almost pointless at this time.
Yeah.
well, and it's the thing. Like, no matter how much we rail against it, no matter how many people sign petitions, no matter how many people do this, that, and the other thing, the Republican Party is just going to force through whatever the fuck they want to force through.
Yep. And it's I think my perfect line of commentary is just from now on when it comes to stuff like this is going to be okay.
Fine. Whatever.
Like, what else you got? What else you got?
Yeah.
Get on.
Bring it on, bitch. I can handle it. Get that strap
Like,
on.
Yeah. Yeah. We're looking forward to 2 years from now when people are just sitting around going, "Wait, why didn't anybody fucking warn us? Why didn't anybody tell us that it was going to be this bad?"
I'm
I'm just
Help me, Tommy. Learn. Help.
At that time, I will go back to the archives and I will make a clip show.
well,
It's
if
called
we
the
have
I told you so show.
if we have anything to post a clip show on
Yeah, no
between
shit.
eating,
Net,
sharing,
net neutrality and fucking
Yeah.
the nuclear holocaust that'll happen because, you know,
yeah, we'll be eating dog food.
we disband NATO and then Russia runs roughshod over everything. I hope you guys have learned your Cyrillic alphabet. You're going to need to learn that shit.
Order your Baker buckets and
Upside down
Yeah.
P. I don't know what that one is. That's technically a B. Never mind. That's not very funny.
I hope you guys like tracksuits.
maybe an upside down capital I.
I need to work on my
Tracksuits and
squatting around.
Adidas.
Squatting and talking to my friends. That's what I need to do.
Walking on all fours.
Or, you know, doing crazy shit on building edges and stuff. You know. Da, comrade, we go to Chernobyl. We go have fun. Like, what? No, we don't do that. No, that's not going to happen.
Hey, I'd like to have a 2-pack of the Cinnabon Delights, please.
2 packs of the Cinnabon Delights. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
That'll be it. For here to go.
For here.
Can I have your name?
You can. Jesus Christ is Lord.
Okay.
Say it nice and loud. I want to make sure I hear it. I'm way in the back over there, okay?
Great.
All right. Now, all you got to do is sit back and let them witness for you. Pretty cool.
So this comes from the Patheos channel, actually the Patheos website channel. Usually it's a channel on the Patheos blog that we're looking at. And this comes from the Progressive Christian channel. And this is from a guy, Dr. Benjamin L. Corey, who says, "Shit I wish some atheists would stop doing and saying." And he starts out the blog, "So you're an atheist. Great, I'm a Christian. Here's the thing. I don't have an issue with you. Then why are you writing this post?"
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you guys the bullet points here, and we're just probably going to go no to every one of these. So, number 1, please stop saying or insinuating that we're a bunch of uneducated or unenlightened idiots.
Okay.
Well,
so
you are uneducated if you follow a religion that says that you have to follow everything that's in its holy book and believe everything that's in its holy book, and that holy book is
quite
wrong.
Potentially hasn't read the holy book yet.
Yeah. So I will say that you're uneducated if you're willing to believe whatever's in the Bible and still be like a doctor. I don't know what kind of doctor he is, but like, it makes me really wonder when like biologists and like geologists and everything are like, "I'm a Christian." Like, how?
Yeah, how is that possible?
He's like, "Well, when you paint us all with this broad brush and assume negative qualities about us, it's simply because we're atheists of some sort. It feels the way I imagine you feel that when atheists explain." Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm not going to read all this thing because you know what? You're in a position of authority, you asshole. That's the reason we're pissed off and we talk like this, because we are a marginalized people in this country. Not for very much longer, but
not for very much longer. But when it comes down to, we just see you as being wrong. And part of your being wrong is being either ignorant, gullible, or uneducated about something.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not necessarily of them just being wrong. It's that when they know they are, they won't correct it.
They won't correct it. But, it's...
Yeah, which is why all of my theist buddies that I have this, the long debate with, the long, we're talking like 6 or 7 weeks at work where you talk about this topic and you have to agree beforehand that you follow rules. And if someone brings up an argument that you can't answer, you actually have to research it and come back with it. When it finally comes down to that Mormon coworker where they have to go, well, I guess I just have to put it on my faith then. I just have to have faith. It's just, I have no real reason to believe except for I just do. And it's like,
put it on the shelf.
Yeah, that's the definition of an argument from ignorance.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So I'm sorry if we think or call you ignorant, but we think you are ignorant.
It's a position of a position of ignorance because you're saying even if you don't know what's going on, you don't know everything that's going on in the universe, you're already assuming an endpoint. You're saying, I don't know, therefore God. We're saying, I don't know, therefore I won't believe that there's a God. Now, if there were a way, and most atheists will say this, if there was a God that came down the next day and he managed to prove it to everybody that he is the real deal, we'd be like, fuck, I have no choice but to believe. I have to believe that now. Does that mean you have to follow and worship it?
No.
Nope.
But you still have to believe.
Yeah.
At that point, it wouldn't be belief.
No, it'd be knowledge.
It wouldn't be.
But knowledge is some sort of belief. Anyway, stop.
You're going down another hole.
Yeah. So number 2, please stop referring to our belief systems as fairy tales.
Why?
Your Old Testament is literally like
they even think it is.
What's the difference?
Your Old Testament is verbal tradition passed down from Babylonian times. Back when the Jewish people were polytheists, it's
and admittedly calling it fairy tales is kind of that's kind of a shitty way to put it. And it's derogatory. But I mean, we could call them fables. We could call it mythos.
Would any other explanation or word or term make them feel any less as if we were to say it were a fairy tale?
No, I don't think so.
It's not the same as going to Disneyland and believing that Mickey is a real life talking mouse. No, that's not what anybody's saying. We're just saying that a lot of the stories that you guys have made up, the destroying of Sodom and Gomorrah and, turning of somebody into a salt pillar. It's like,
we can start calling it mythology.
Let's call it that.
Make you feel better?
From this moment on, no more fairy tales. We'll just call it mythology. There we go.
There you go. I solved it.
Bring the angels out here so that we may know them.
So look, see this article already. We're 50-50. We didn't agree with another.
Yeah. Number 3, maybe lay off the whole religion hasn't done any good for humanity type of argument because it's obnoxiously untrue.
No.
No. People have done good. Religion, not really so much. Yeah.
Just because a particular sect hijacks the goodness of humanity doesn't mean that it's the reason that goodness exists.
Exactly. Right. He says, and I'll read like a paragraph here. It says, I get it. We religious people have done a lot of douchey things in the course of history.
And continue to do so?
A lot, he says. A lot? How about most of the douchey things in history? But that's not all we've done. And to make a broad and obnoxious statement as if we have never contributed to the good of society as a result of our religious beliefs is just ignorant nonsense. No, it's not your religious beliefs that make you do good to society.
Hey, stop calling us ignorant, dude.
And in fact, in many areas, it's been religious people leading the way. Put the list of names of charitable organizations to a hat and pull one out, and there's a pretty good chance it's a religious one.
Not necessarily. Yeah.
Because if you consider all the churches and the 501c3 status, then possibly.
Because religious people are among the most financially charitable from all categories. Modern hospitals, those are largely Christian endeavors. Orphan care, Christian-led. Relief work in countries affected by famine and natural disasters, throw a dart and you land on a religious organization. You know why?
They all have asterisks on them.
Do you want to know why that they're there leading in famine and natural disaster affected areas? Do you want to know why? Because it's a prime time to proselytize to people. You fucking assholes.
Yeah, that's
the more
true.
they get, the more they'll believe.
Yeah.
The idea that religion makes or has made no positive impact on society is ignorant and lazy thinking. Now you're calling me lazy.
Yeah. Knock it off. You're breaking rule number 1 of your own.
This guy's a doctor.
That remark.
The fuck? What kind of doctor is he? I don't know, but
theology.
Probably. And someone in the comments says, I must say that I'm decidedly unimpressed with this guy's attempts to shore up his religious authority. His justification for telling atheists not to say what he doesn't want to hear. As far as I can tell, he is incompetent to defend himself. Given that incompetence, he should have kept his silly injunctions to himself until he improves that. Whoa. Well said.
Very nice.
And the person's username is
You obviously, sir, cannot handle comedy. On comedy, sir, we say things and take them to the extreme. Do I want to vaporize France as much as I want to vaporize you? You're lucky I don't have some sort of equipment where I could vaporize you right now, because I'd be pushing a button over and over and over and over again. Now that, sir, is what I would call comedy. Do I really want to vaporize you? Yes, I do!
Last news item that we have for you guys this week comes from Pathos as well, but this comes from Hemet Meta's Friendly Atheist blog. Glenn Beck is criticizing the Christian charity that rejected a large donation from atheists. You might remember a number of weeks ago, we were going over that Oklahoma donation thing where the church would not take the Oklahoma atheist money from the organization, and then they went and they did a I think they did a GoFundMe or a whatever type of fundraising, crowdsourcing that they did, and they raised a lot more money, like over $25,000. They made more than that, but they donate. They were going to cut a check for $25,000. It was Matt Wilborn that was the one that was doing that. It was for the Murrow Indian Children's Home. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They didn't want to publicize the atheist group in the same way they publicized the other donors. I mean, they probably would have taken the money, but they would have to put it in the pamphlet for the show that they were going to do. So anyway, he says, this is Glenn Beck saying this. That's nuts. If you want to help me help the world, unless it's blood money, unless you're Al Capone and this is ill-gotten money, there's a Mormon reference for you there, I'll take it from you. It's not going to change the thing if I do. There's no connection to that money. So what does it matter if it's blood money or ill-gotten money if there's no connection to that money when you take it from the organization? I mean, unless they're asking for like sexual favors in return, if that's not your thing, I mean, I can understand you maybe not want to take that money. Like, I'll give you $25,000. You give me a Blumpkin. That's not how things work. You know? I mean, for $25K, I probably would. I don't know.
I was just thinking to myself, I could pay a lot.
I could do a lot with that money. I would be willing to compromise several things for that. Yeah.
Just not on video.
Not on video. Well,
because I'm not going to get any of that Brazzers money. That's the thing. And then he said, let's see. He wanted they said from what Matt was trying to, it was one of the co-hosts, Jason Butt-Drill. It was Butt-Drill. Butt-Drill. He disagreed with Mr. Beck. He chimed in to say he too would have rejected the money from the atheists, saying the same fucking argument we heard the other day, that Matt was just trying to get publicity for his organization. He wanted the credit shown up on their website. He's advertising his atheist organization by using Christian organizations to do it.
So
what? Are you afraid? Is your belief system so fucking fragile that it can't take a donation? It can't take a sponsorship from somebody else?
I'll tell you right now, my job is to find money and to get money for the nonprofit I work for.
And you take it.
I don't care who wants to give it to me. We'll take it because we'll use it and we will give them recognition.
They could be horrible fucking people. It could be a bad organization. Like, if you took money from the Coke organization, you'd be like, oh man, I feel dirty having this money. But at the same time, you're like, yay, $2 million is $2 million. Oh man. So, and the response from Beck and the others, Who cares? What's the problem? No one was ever going to think the Christian group was giving up its commitment to the faith. This is just Hammett going on here. So, so I mean, people are constantly going on about Glenn Beck being woke, and he's not. So don't get it fucking faded. That's not even close to what's happening.
Yeah,
but it is refreshing to hear somebody go, "That's common sense. You take the fucking money."
Yeah. And it's
Glenn Beck,
I really don't like that we're agreeing with Glenn Beck on anything here.
Glenn Beck is in self-preservation mode right now.
Yeah, he really is.
Yeah, because he's not going to be able to exist on the right for very much longer.
No.
Because Breitbart is the shining star right now, and the Blaze is gone.
Yep.
Or is at least going down for a Blumpkin.
For $25,000.
I bet you Glenn would. He's crazy enough.
Yeah, probably.
I wish I could show you guys this picture that I have him that's on the article, because he looks super fucking crazy in it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
one of my good friends was in his ward in Pennsylvania, I think it was, years and years ago, and he says he's actually an extremely nice person. And I said, of course.
I believe that. Yeah.
But he's just a character. He's just a character. A horrible character.
Yeah.
That's exactly like you would expect from people like Bill O'Reilly and Sean. I bet Sean Hannity is a real asshole all the time. I've heard reports of that.
I'm sure he is. Yeah, but I've heard this. I've heard the same thing. I've kind of heard the same thing about Bill O'Reilly too. That he's kind of.
I've been on Sean Hannity's show 3 times and met him twice.
Wow.
Just in case you wanted to know.
Man.
I even have signed books from him over here.
So is he a jerk off?
No, he was actually really nice. One instance, it was during a parade, and there really wasn't anything. And another one, it was during a private event, and he was performing. So, but that was before he got really big. That's before he went syndication. Went national.
Yeah, when they hit worldwide syndication, it's like, oh, I'm an asshole.
And he just switched. He just like that. It's like, okay, I'm done. That was years ago.
So that's what we need to do. We need to do more guffawing as we're doing the show. Let me tell you, I was fucking this lady the other day.
On the other hand, I think Alex Jones is probably a prick all the time.
Well, he's just crazy.
Alex Jones is
he's crazy.
We have him coming up soon, but he seems like the kind of guy where he would do Jaeger bombs with you all fucking night. He seems like the guy. He seems like the 40-year-old frat guy. He's the Randy Marsh trying to get into the PC frat.
Oh, fuck. I'd fucking party with Alex Jones. You know how crazy that would be?
Yep,
I rewatched that clip where he broke in during the Young Turks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you watch him, he keeps hitting on the shoulder. He's like that dick in the background, egging everyone on. No, dude, seriously. No, dude, yeah. Look what he just did to you. Yeah. Oh. What a prick. He probably likes Nickelback.
Oh no.
Too low. That's just.
I like singing along to "Look at this photograph." Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
There's a lyric of you look better with something in your mouth or something like that.
Sounds like
there's no way Alex Jones could sing along to anything. He could not keep tempo.
Yeah, he speeds up really fast, and then he goes like.
I mean, he would be
air.
awesome to party with, but it would be you don't take him to karaoke. That would be
that'd be magnificent.
Oh, you know what? He's that frat guy that was always breaking everyone's furniture, always slamming his hands down, jumping up and down in chairs. He's that guy, isn't he?
What a
dick. I'm sure he is.
we don't even know him personally. What an asshole! I can't believe he did that shit. He's the guy that would pop your inflatable furniture.
And then blame the cat.
He claimed about not knowing about upper deckers, but I bet you he left a fair number of them.
He's the guy that puts
the kind of guy that would jizz in your hand lotion.
Put your lava lamp in the cold water dish.
What a dick. For the patrons out there, we riffed on Jesus and his holy hands. And now for guys listening to the show, you're getting to hear us talk about Alex Jones being a dick. on this week's special segment that we're bringing you, we have the Geekery, of course, but as a special little treat, we're going to run through the calendar of movies coming out in 2017, and we're going to talk about each a little bit if we possibly can. So we're going to start things off with January, and there hasn't really been much of anything this last week. We have some stuff coming up here pretty soon. Nothing for my birthday, assholes. But
there's really nothing good in January.
Oh, hey, there's a new M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, like I said, there's really
once
nothing.
Again.
Yeah,
I said it perfectly.
So I will probably catch that in rental because I watched the one with the old folks, which was The Visit, I think is what it was called. That one was okay. It wasn't bad, but it was like, wait for the twist. Where's the twist?
There it is. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. There's Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage.
Yeah.
Rental again. That's.
I don't know why I like those stupid ass movies.
It's got a lot of good people in it though. I mean, it's got Vin Diesel, you like him. Sam Jackson, of course, is back. Donnie Yen. Tony Jaa's going to be in it. Tony Collette.
There you go.
I mean, it's got some names to it. I mean, it's not like it's going to be absolutely fucking terrible. It's not going to be the second Triple X where it had Ice Cube instead of Vin Diesel.
Hey! Don't you say anything bad about Ice Cube?
I like Ice Cube, but that second movie was bad.
The movie's terrible, but
even the first one, it's one of those guilty pleasures. I have it on DVD over on the shelf over here. But I mean, it was fun, but it was incredibly stupid at the same time. But I don't hate movies that are like that. I mean, fuck, we got like number 8 of the Fast and the Furious
yes, that one's coming up
series
too.
Coming out this year, and we'll get to that one in a minute. But it's dumb fun. You can enjoy these movies, and after Vin Diesel put out like using all of the money that he makes from shitty movies like this to fund like Riddick movies, I'm for it. I'll support it.
Sure.
Yeah.
We have a supremely depressing movie that my wife said she wants to go see called The Dog's Purpose.
Oh, I can't go see that.
Yeah.
I can't.
Nope, because it's obviously
my wife's going.
Dog dies. I'm like, nope, can't do it.
Over and over and over again. Do you not know what that's about? It gets reincarnated as other dogs.
Okay, then that's another layer of why I won't go see this
movie. And then it eventually comes back to its original owner. And I'm not kidding.
I read the book. It made me cry, as I've heard some people say. Like, what is your problem? We have the final Resident Evil, as they say. They say it's the final chapter.
Is this the final chapter 2? Because haven't we already had a final chapter of this one?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn it. I love Mila Jovovich, but I hate that she's stuck doing stuff like this.
Yes. Have you guys heard her music, by the way?
Yes. It's really, really good. No, it's really good.
Absolutely love her Divine Comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of interesting because Kyle and I were bandering around the idea of a show that we're going to be probably producing here pretty soon, where we're going to do Geek Music Monthly, where
in fact
we're going to talk about geek groups, and so one
of her songs in that is I think she's from Kiev, and she sings a song. Oh, you hajdu predu na you pusonva srebeche baksko da klache.
You're saying that way too well. For America. You goddamn Republicans and you're knowing Russian.
But awesome album. Everybody check it out. And then excellent.
So what about February? Do we got anything coming up for February?
Oh yes.
We kind of glossed over Resident Evil there, but I mean, I watched the first 2 and nothing passed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because I'd rather play the video game than watch.
February is really like where the year kicks off.
50 Shades Darker.
50 Shades Darker.
No.
Oh god damn it!
I don't want to see Rape the movie. No, thank you.
I haven't even seen the other one.
No, I haven't either. But it's bad consent. The movie.
No, this is the second. This is the second one. This is the second one. And I'm sure it's just going to be as awful and dull as the first one.
Let's see. What's the Space Between Us? What's that one?
The Space Between Us
is Asa Butterfield and Gary Oldman. So I'm tempted to go see it, but
that's it's kind of like a kids movie.
This is the one with the kid growing up on Mars.
The kid who was born on Mars, but it comes to Earth. And
he falls in love, and
it's like a tween romantic comedy.
Yeah, never mind.
John Green book.
I'm gonna have to take my daughter to go see it because she saw the trailer before Rogue One, so she's like poking me in the arm. I want to go see that, Dad. I want to see that, Dad.
John Wick Chapter 2. Fuck
yes. John Wick Chapter 2.
So much yes.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen the first movie, shame on you, because it is literally like the first. All you need is like the first 2 minutes of them setting it up. You killed my dog, and I want revenge. That's all that movie is.
Yeah,
and it's glorious.
It's glorious.
It really, really is. It's such a good. It's such a good movie, and it shouldn't be. And there's nothing about that movie that means that says it should be good.
No, and they lampooned it perfectly with Keanu. Which was another
Lego
little
Batman
gem.
movie.
Yes, Batman movie.
Lego Batman.
Wait.
Except I feel like I'm going to get really tired of Will Arnett. I love the man, but when he does Batman voice all the time, it's like, I don't know, man. But I mean, it's got Ray Fiennes, Rosario Dawson, Michael Cena, not John Cena, John Cena, Zach Galifianakis, Mariah Carey, Billy D. Williams. Man.
Yep.
So, the trailers look good. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh,
the Legos, they're always good.
And you can bring up the whole Robin ripping pants off thing all the time, and I'll laugh every time that you talk about that.
Every time. that kills me.
Let's see. We've also got The Great Wall coming out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I like the Chinese actually dipping their toes into American film markets, and that's pretty fucking cool. And all the people bitching about whitewashing, I'm sure they explain the character a little bit better than we can from a fucking trailer.
Yep.
Especially when 99% of the cast is like from China.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to explain. Kind of like with the Last Samurai. Yep. People got twitchy with that one when the trailers came out.
And keep bringing Hong Kong cinema over here. I love it. I always have.
I'm all
love it.
All for it.
I'm all for Asian cinema, but I can go on. We can do a whole nother topic based on shit like that, where we talk about like Ichi the Killer and Tokyo Gore Police and stuff like that,
and all those fun.
Yeah, well, there's a new zombie-ish.
Oh yeah, what was the name of that one?
Patient Zero.
Oh, is that the one? Is that the? That's not the one.
No, that's not the world.
Taiwanese
that's not,
one.
That one it might be.
Where they're on the train.
No, I don't think so. No. Patient Zero is it's more like 28 days later kind of zombie thing where they're not really zombie, but it sounds interesting, and people who like that genre will be happy with that, I think.
So there's a human survivor of a pandemic outbreak that has the ability to talk with the infected. So they investigate those species and pursues Patient Zero to find an antidote to save humanity, including his infected wife, So what makes them think that, there needs to be a cure? Why can't it be the new humanity? It's like the whole, I
don't know.
What was the movie
call
with
them Tea Partiers?
Yeah, no shit. What was the Will Smith movie?
I Am
Legend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Based off Omega Man, which was, what's his bucket?
But the story for I Am Legend, where they took creative fucking license from where they shouldn't have taken as much as they did, was a better story. It was a better story than a book.
Yeah.
I mean, movie. I mean, it was a short story that they had to stretch out to a film, but I got really pissed off with the butterfly and the grenades shit. I was like, come on, people.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't want to do that. Right? Let's get back to what we're talking about here. Anything else for February for you guys?
Rock Dog. We were talking about that earlier. Anything with Eddie Izzard, I'm in.
Yeah.
And Lewis Black, J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, no, I'm in based off that cast. It's a cartoon. It's an animated feature. I'm
in
good
March. Wow, March is coming at us fast with Logan as the first one.
Yeah.
I'll instead of getting into this and making this a 4-hour show, I'm just going to say I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy with that, and that is unless Ryan Reynolds has his way, that's going to be the last Hugh Jackman Wolverine.
I want Ryan Reynolds to make a cameo. I want a cameo in Old Man in Logan. Just because he's just like Logan, he can't die.
Yeah, it would be that would be fantastic, but I don't think these two need to mix right yet.
No. I want to see a scene where Pimp Pool comes in with a big and old Pimp Pool and ladies hanging around him. And that's what I want to see in that one.
Yeah, I'm really hoping they can take creative liberties with the Deadpool series, but that's other stories.
Yeah,
that's 2018.
We have the sequel to Trainspotting from Danny Boyle,
yes.
Which, God, I'm excited for this movie.
That movie,
yeah, me too.
Saw it.
That's one of the movies I can, if it's on, no matter what point of the movie it's on, I'll sit down and watch it.
Yeah.
But
I'll still walk out of the room when the baby starts crawling
on the ceiling.
Yeah. I nope out of that. Nope.
Oh man, what a soundtrack too. The first one had Like Spawn 2 really good soundtracks that, man, I suggest everybody listen to. But I mean, they're bringing back everybody. Ewan McGregor, Johnny Lee Miller, Robert Carlyle, Kelly MacDonald, like they're all back. So I'm that's what I like about British movies is that people are not afraid to come and show up in TV and movies in England.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, you're going to pay me. Okay. Yeah. I don't really want to work for 2 more years. That's great. I'll do it.
And then we have Kong.
Oh yeah. Skull Island.
Skull Island.
My favorite thing about this is that, what's his name? John C. Reilly is wearing like a denim jacket that says "For Your Health" on the back of it.
Yes.
Dr. Steve Brule comes in.
Such a great Dr. Steve Brule reference. But so many people are going to be in this, man. It's got a lot of people.
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston, Brie Larson, Sam Jackson. He's busy. Skinny John Goodman. You know?
Yeah. Looks like a naked turtle.
Yeah, he does.
You mean one without a shell, right?
That's what I mean. Yes. I should have qualified that a little better.
I'm like, most turtles in nature are pretty naked there, Geoff.
Yeah, he looks it's like he's like a healthy looking Mitch McConnell.
There you go.
No. But I mean, we've seen the previews for it, and I like the fact that we're getting a reboot of the Monsters universe from Universal. We're starting to get that.
Hopefully this is good.
Oh, actually, this has nothing to do with the Universal Monsters, does it? This is its own.
Yeah, this
is his own thing. Yeah, this is in the Godzilla.
No, because that's Universal. Universal owns all the rights to all that shit. So this is Warner and Legendary. So
that's their new launch on the Universal Monsters is the Tom Cruise Mummy movie coming out.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Which I don't know. I don't. I hate Tom Cruise. That's my problem. Let's see. We have Beauty and the Beast, which everybody's crazy about. But after seeing all the trailers for it, I'm like, I've seen this movie.
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to hate on it because it'll make a lot of fucking money. But
it will.
I don't know.
And they've done a really good job with their live action adaptations, and I've enjoyed them.
See, the reason I like Jungle Book quite a lot is that I'd never watched the original one all the way through. So
really,
yeah, nope.
Huh.
Really?
There's a lot of stuff from the old Disney catalog that I haven't seen. So
we'll get you hooked up, X.
The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes. No, not going to watch that one.
Oh, come on.
Actually, I have seen that
one. Blackbeard's Ghost. Come on, these are amazing.
Hey, at any point of the week, like you'll be able to do the whistling theme from Robin Hood in my brain. You can hear it playing. That one, yes. The one that the hamster dances to. I fucking love that movie. And I think that's probably one of the biggest things that spawned the anthro movement of artwork. So you hate furries? You better hate that movie. So
it's where it all began.
Let's see, what else do we have? We have Chips the movie. That's not what it's really called. It's just Chips.
Yeah. And then there's the Power Rangers for those inclined.
I missed. I was a little too old for Power Rangers.
Me too.
Yeah. No, fuck you guys. I'm like as old as all you guys, and I'm like I used to watch Power Rangers on the daily.
To back up a little bit, the Belko Experiment, written by James Gunn.
Oh.
It's going to be a horror. I'm not a horror guy at all.
No, but, I can't drag my kids to that, so probably no.
But if James Gunn's attached,
I'm in for that one.
Yeah, because Slither was fucking brilliant. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that it says that. Oh wait, no, he's not directing it. So I was going to say I would expect them to have the guy that plays Yondu, Michael Rooker, in the movie somewhere, because him and James Gunn are like apparently BFFs. So
yeah, apparently James Gunn has just become best friends with everybody he's ever worked with.
Yeah,
that's
he's probably still good friends with the Trauma guys that he started off with. Yeah, research it, people. He did Trauma.
Yeah, he did. And
a lot of the really good guys did.
And he put them in Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's amazing. Let's see. Nobody wants to see the boss baby, do they?
It just makes me sick.
Nobody does. Nobody does.
Dreamers, what are you doing, man? I don't care.
They're animating Donald Trump. That's what they're doing.
We have Ghost in the Shell, which looks fucking amazing. It looks amazing.
Yeah, we'll see how they do with that transition. But
the great thing is, like, even if this one fails, I could still go watch all the other great movies that they've already made for Ghost in the Shell. You know, the animated ones.
you still have your original movies. It's okay.
Yep,
guys.
they don't go away when this new stuff is made. It's amazing.
That's amazing.
They just better keep their hands off the crow. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's see. In April, we have The Smurfs Lost Village, or the Smurfs The Lost Village, which I'm sad to admit I am going to go see this one in the theater because
oh god,
I love the Smurfs. I watched the first live action, not the second live action, but I grew up watching the Smurfs, man. I can't help but kind of like it, you know. And come on, it's got Jack McBrayer. Come on, that guy deserves some more money.
Okay,
he needs more of our support. Wander over yonder. Come on, people.
And Wonder.
And it's also got Rainn Wilson in it too. But what's coming out next after that?
Guardian.
I'll throw Wonder in really quick, only because my kid, the last book he read, he really, really loved it. It's one of those young kid, this deformed kid gets made fun of and gets redeemed in the end kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, so it was a Stephen King book where they were making fun of gutters. That's right. Well, Dreamcatcher. That was the movie I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
With the ass slugs that bite through things. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. And the special ed kid turned out to be an alien and he stopped the other bad alien.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Watch that movie. It's fucking hideous. The Fate of the Furious in mid-April there, which I'll go see this one in the theater because it's stupid.
This is one of these ridiculous, horribly awful, wonderful movies.
It is absolutely dumb. This is Trump voter the movie, but this is actually. And wait, no, the cast is a little bit too diverse for a Trump voter.
And looking, I mean,
they like them. They like them on screen. They just don't want to live next to them.
Oh, gotcha.
It's the Expendables on wheels.
Yes.
Yeah, no shit. It really has become
especially
that.
Since we have Furiosa in there. Oh, look.
Yeah, there's that.
Let's see.
And then we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I think that's what I'm the most hyped for.
Yes, me too.
This is in May, by the way. Mm-hmm. This is early May. Because I don't think anybody wants to go see How to Be a Latin Lover.
It looks terrible.
Well,
no, but
there are several heavy hitters in the spring. Let's see.
But Guardians 2, that's going to be a heavy movie.
Guardians 2 is going to be a big one. So around that time, we also have a new King Arthur movie.
Yeah.
Which
was there another King Arthur movie? I don't recall any of them.
Where a wet what was it? A wet lady raised their scimitar out of that.
Just because some moistened bent lobbed a scimitar at you.
Lobbed a scimitar at you.
Some sort of farcical aquatic ceremony.
There you go. More Monty Python. This is Monty Python episode, I guess.
Oh, I love Monty Python so much.
Okay, Kyle, you do the honors of the next one.
Oh, Alien Covenant.
My gosh.
Oh.
I'm not sure how to feel about this one because Prometheus was a fucking train wreck, man. I mean, it was pretty. It was very pretty.
But it was dumb. Yes, it was a train wreck.
It's the Avatar of horror movies.
Well,
I still really liked it, but
I'm mainly mad about this Covenant movie because I like the other, like when they were talking about it's like essentially Paradise Lost, the movie, like but with aliens in it. But the thing is, like, they canceled the Blomkamp Alien movie to make this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I want the Ellen Ripley movie.
That's the one.
I want them to, because they were talking about like saying, okay, we're going to retcon 3 and 4. Those don't happen anymore. And we're going to go right after Aliens. You know, what happened after that? Everybody wants that movie.
But at least it has Michael Fassbender in it.
Yeah, it does. And
actually, he's playing 2 roles in this one because he's David the Head, and then there's another model of him with different hair color.
By the way,
I'm still really
to throw it out there. The last movie he did, the video game one.
Assassin's Creed.
What a piece of shit movie that was.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Okay, we can.
I figured as much. Anytime you try to turn a video game into a movie, it tends to not work out right because you're removing a very crucial part of what that video game is, and that's someone experiencing it for themselves. And doing things on their own speed and everything. So sometimes that doesn't work. It just doesn't work that way. Let's see. Yeah. I don't give a shit about the new Pirates movie. The Pirates of the Caribbean.
we can kind of gloss over that.
This is why I love you guys so much. I'm with you.
Yeah. Well, like I've said to somebody else, the first one, pretty good. Everything else after that, meh. Well, the second one, meh, and the 3 and 4 were like, nope. I don't care enough. I know there's people out there that fucking love it, but I'm not one of those.
It makes a lot of money, but they're not great. And the Baywatch movie, I'm not sure how to feel about this.
It's going to be 21 Jump Street. They're popular right now.
Yeah.
Although those were pretty funny and stupid.
Yeah, 22 Jump Street was really fucking funny.
It looks funny. It looks like it's going to be funny, but not for the right reasons.
Hopefully it makes fun of itself, just like 22 Jump Street did, where they literally at the beginning of the movie said, "We are doing the same movie over again with the same," and it was the exact same movie, and it was so funny. It was hilarious.
Well, you're going to get a lot of slow motion running, so there's going to be some boobs. Let's see, Captain Underpants. The kids are going to like that one.
Yep. Yes, they are. I'm actually looking forward to that one.
And the same week, well, the kids are going to have to wait. Actually, they're going to want to go see this one with me, which is Wonder Woman. Yeah. Crap. I'm so excited for this movie, guys.
Please be good. Please be good. Please be good.
Please, DC, make this good.
Please don't screw this one up.
When we first met, my wife was only a minor geek. Now she's a major geek. Guardians of the Galaxy really changed a lot for her. And this movie's going to change a lot for her, too. She's full on.
It's going to make a lot of money. It's going to make a lot of money.
Ridiculous.
It will.
Now,
but
hopefully they don't pull that. We're not going to give you the best version of the film when they release it.
Yeah, let's not do this extended version at the home release. I mean, as much as I love that and love getting the extra stuff, you should put your best face forward.
Right. Yep. Right. Yeah, I know. The extended version should be, the director's cut should be, a little some extra footage, a few different takes, something that's a little different, and may or may not be better, but yeah.
Let's see what do we have next? Cars 3.
Cars 3.
Nope. Except they said they're probably
Pixar does. We'll see what they do.
Yeah, they say they're trying to go with a bit different story. I'm like, yeah, that's what every movie should be. Transformers: The Last Night. Nope. Don't care.
No thanks.
Don't care.
Yeah. No. Although the trailer was really good. But then again, that doesn't mean anything. It means absolutely nothing. It was a well put together trailer. That's what I'll say.
Yeah, I'm just if I want to go see the story of Unicron coming to the planet to destroy shit, I'll go watch the 88 version or whatever the year was. I've got a Blu-ray from England. It's amazing.
Right. Oh fuck, July. God damn it.
Wait. We have Despicable Me 3, which I'm going to love.
Okay.
As much as people hate the all of the fucking Minions, this does have Trey Parker as the villain.
Yeah.
Who's stuck in the 80s. Awesome. Yeah, Trey Parker is the villain.
They're not, the movies are funny. They really are.
They're entertaining as fuck.
Yeah, I like.
And I think Illumination's doing a lot better than DreamWorks right now.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
No, sorry.
They
Anyway,
really are.
moving into July. Wow.
Oh man.
Look, there are only 3 you really need to mention in July.
Yeah.
I will disagree. There's probably more.
I mean, right off the top, Spider-Man, just like Guardians of the Galaxy 2. There's all I can say is I just can't wait. I can't say even if it's bad, it's still pretty good. But I'm the type of fan that I love the reimagination and the and bringing in other things. You know, new costumes, new all this stuff, even the different characters. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm so excited for this movie.
Marvel has a really good track record right now, and even their worst movie is still really good.
Yeah. And the thing is that this is Marvel having creative control over the Sony product. So
I'm not sure Sony could. I mean, they're going to just have to permanently license and lease that character out from now on.
Well, that's fine, because all they wanted was like action figure sales. Yeah, that's all they wanted out of this. So
merchandise is going to be huge for this one.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with them. Like, if you don't want to take of the box office, because I mean, it's going to be meager because these cost a lot of fucking money and they cost a lot to. I mean, they're going to make plenty from it, but the thing is, like, if you're making all your money on merchandise, there's a shitload of merchandise, and I've seen the toys that they have coming out for it. Like, if you buy the Vulture, he doesn't come with his giant wings that you're expecting. You have to buy all the other blisters to get all the pieces, but they are. It is a huge fucking wingspan. I looked at that toy and I went, "Fuck you! That's amazing." You know,
that's a mantelpiece.
Yeah. Yeah, they know where money goes.
Yep. We have War of the Planet of the Apes, which I can't be more excited for.
This is July. I'm gonna have to sit in the theater the entire month.
Yeah, I'm going
over and over.
I re-upped my AMC like Ultra membership thing that they have there. So I'll be buying tickets way ahead of time, and I'll be going to a lot of late shows by myself, I'm sure. So Dunkirk. Well, actually, let's talk about War of the Planet of the Apes real quick. I'm sad that Andy Serkis is not getting any notice for his mocap.
Yeah.
He should.
He's the pioneer.
He's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, you really believe that there are apes in these movies doing this shit.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, he belongs up there with like Bela Lugosi, and he, you know, the classic character actor of that particular genre.
Yeah.
And Andy Serkis, I mean, his name should be commonplace for these films alone, much less. I mean,
he is the Marcel Marceau of like mocap. So
yeah.
So we have Dunkirk, which is Chris Nolan movie. So he's got his usual cast of people that he likes to have in his movies, of course.
Yeah.
But I love Tom Hardy. I love Cillian Murphy, which I'm like, where have you been? Why haven't you made anything new?
No, I'm all in for the cast, but
I know the story.
I even the story. But Nolan, I can't do it again.
My problem with movies of this type is that, I mean, with Saving Private Ryan, you didn't know the story of, you know, what they were going for in it. I mean, you knew like the storming of the beaches in France and stuff like that. But Dunkirk is you can look at the history really quick and know what happened.
The whole
there.
thing. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And but it's also like what was it? K-19, was that the movie, the Widowmaker, the Russian sub that was one of the first nuclear subs that was gonna like overheat? Like, I know the outcome of this movie already, so there was no dramatic tension for me at all. It's like, okay, we have a movie which I'm so fucking excited for, and I hope it I hope it does well. I hope it does well, but it won't, because everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, they stole it from all these other stories," not realizing that it started all of these stories. We have Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which
I missed that. Yeah, I missed that one on the list. Yeah. That's right.
Luc Besson. I'll give money to almost any project he does. Even that shitty Scarlett Johansson movie, Lucy.
Really? I liked that one. I thought it was fun, but it was fun.
It was just based on that already debunked, percentage of brain thing. Yeah. I was like,
yeah.
He is the holder of one of my favorite movies of all time, The Professional.
Professional and like Fifth Element are like two of my top 10. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because if you've never seen Jean Reno do like a role that you've actually enjoyed, watch him in The Professional. You fucking love this guy.
That's why he has fans, is because of stuff like that.
Yeah. Great fucking movie. We have The Dark Tower, which
that's a lot of people are really excited for that one.
I love the book, but I'm apprehensive.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. See, I'm not a Stephen King fan.
Yeah, me either.
Well, if you don't like
his books,
if you don't like Stephen King, you would like The Dark Tower because it is so un-Stephen King.
So does this add to the conspiracy that he has ghostwriters?
Well, I didn't even know that was a conspiracy, but the thing is like, if you hate his whole, ramble for a long fucking time, nothing ever happens kind of thing. You like when you put him into a serial, he has more time to take his time to actually make stories. And Marvel did a really fucking good run of The Dark Tower for a while there, the gunslinger before he became the Man in Black. And God damn it, I hope they do it justice, because as I've been learning from, to overcoming my prejudice against people like Matthew McConaughey, they can be good actors given the right director.
Yes, that's right.
Because he was great in Dallas Buyers Club. Is that what it was? Dallas Buyers Club? And he was really... If you guys watch the movie Sing, I know people are going to shit on that one, but I really enjoyed that movie.
Fucking hell.
But he played the koala, and I didn't know that the whole movie. I'm like, wait, that was Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah,
I was waiting for all right.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for too.
Oh man.
And True Detective. Yeah, you can catch that too.
Oh man, he's going to be back for third season, they said. So
be awesome.
That'd be great. Let's see, what do we have for August? Don't go see the Emoji Movie.
No, please
Let these people know that you cannot get away with that.
Nope.
Holy shit, they're making a sequel to The Nut Job? Why?
Yeah. Because they can.
Yeah, that's basically it.
There's the Lego... Sorry, we're jumping into September, the Lego Ninjago movie, which...
well, you skipped it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Bill Skarsgård movie.
Yep, another Stephen King. I will say this for Stephen King. I don't like his books.
He makes good characters, though.
But he makes good characters and good stories that transition very well to the screen. So yes, his stuff makes very good movies.
I just wonder if it's probably going to be exactly like the miniseries. I hope.
Yeah, probably.
Or even if they try to end it like the book does, they'll have to get a higher rating than what they're probably shooting for.
I'm pretty sure they're going for an R rating. Why would you try
not
to do anything else? Yeah.
Let's see. We have Flatliners.
Yeah, the remake of Flatliners.
It's coming. Okay,
so
why? This tells you all you need to know about it. It's coming from Screen Gems. So
yeah,
and Kiefer's back in it. So. Which he was in the original, and the original wasn't that bad. So we're going to jump to the last.
Maybe he won't wake up this time.
The last 3 months, and we're going to wrap it up here pretty quickly. We have Blade Runner 2049.
Oh, God damn it! That's so another movie. Yeah, that's another. I'm messing my pants right there.
It's a great year to be geek aware.
Yes, this is 2017 is a huge geek movie year.
We have inherited the earth, guys.
Yeah.
I didn't even know this was a thing. My Little Pony, the movie?
Yeah.
What?
I know. I'm there.
You even skipped over Kingsman.
Oh, no, I was going to go back to it. I just couldn't believe I saw that. I was like, I love My Little Pony. I don't care what anybody thinks of me for saying that. That show is fucking good.
It is a good show. It's a great show. There's nothing wrong with it.
Especially for kids. Yes, it is. Kingsman, The Golden Circle. I still haven't seen the first one. I'm terrible.
Really?
Are you fucking serious,
awful.
My wife hates British accents, so she doesn't want to watch it.
That movie is spot on.
Well, okay, I got her mind changed a little bit because we did watch Eddie the Eagle this last week.
Eddie the Eagle was fucking brilliant. I love that movie.
Watch that movie. I'm not even a big sports guy, and I watched that and I'm like, this is one of the most charming fucking movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is.
It reminds me of all those Disney movies I used to watch as a kid. The soundtrack's amazing. The actors are awesome. It's just one of those fun.
It's a great period movie too.
My middle son was just sitting there watching it. He just loved it. Dad, this is what I want to watch it. Go watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great movie.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Friday the 13th. Okay. They don't even have hardly anything listed for it or anybody attached to it. Let's see. We have Geostorm, which is a sci-fi thriller.
Yeah.
Coming from Warner Brothers. I don't know any of those names in it. Jim Sturgis. I know that name, but let's see. Drama, horror, God particle. The fuck is this one? I bet you it's a. No, never mind. I'm not even going to go into that one. Doesn't even look that good. So, oh wait, there's a new Saw movie coming out. What?
Yeah.
I have never seen a single Saw movie.
You're not really missing anything.
No, you're not missing.
I can't do it
at all.
But no, if it's one of those, if you could turn your brain off kind of things, it's still it's fun to watch. I mean, it's not quite horror as
I can't turn my brain off that much. I just can't.
I feel like if your one hand was trapped in the trap that catches your arm, what do you think's going to happen when you try to put your other hand in it? You fucking idiot.
Oh, okay. I just looked up the God particle.
Yeah.
It's connected to the Cloverfield movies.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be interesting.
It takes place in the International Space Station.
What if they watch the giant monster ravaging fucking New York City? It's not that big.
Whoa, shit, guys. Look at that. Yeah. I don't know. I'm interested.
November, the first one coming out on the list, and it stands alone because nothing can compete with it, is Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, my gosh. I've been looking at my old comics, looking into the... Oh, I'm so excited.
And the funny thing is they're so downplaying the Hulk's involvement in this one.
Yep. It's just nowhere. It's nowhere to be seen, is it?
Like, they don't even have him, like, Mark Ruffalo is listed like 5th casted on this thing. And so, like, this is like buddy cop movie with like Thor and Hulk.
Yeah.
Palling around the fucking cosmos. And so, there's going to be what the fuck is it? The Milano is going to make a passing by in the background reference. There's going to be something to link them together. So.
There's going to be a link together. I'm really excited for this one because I've heard they've pulled several elements from what was the series? What was the Hulk series? Planet Hulk. Yes, that's it. Which means I really hope. Really hope. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I really hope.
Beta Ray Bill.
I hope we get a Beta Ray. Yes, God damn it. Give me Beta Ray Bill. Give me a Beta Ray Bill.
Apparently, they showed a skull of a Beta Ray Bill in Guardians of the Galaxy in the opening credits. Like when Star-Lord's doing his dance to what is it? Red? I can't remember the name of the song, but what's the matter? There's a skull that's supposed to be from the Beta Ray Bill species. Like a horse skull.
Is it really? I'm gonna have to
Google that one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Let's see. We also have in November Paddington 2, which the first movie was fun. I don't care what anybody says. It's a good kid movie. And we have on the heels of that one, we have Justice League, which I'm fucking psyched.
Please don't suck.
I think
my expectations for the DC movie are so low.
But the problem is that they had no unified vision, but now they have Geoff Johns running shit.
Yes,
Jeff knows what the fuck he's doing. So man.
Yeah, I hope so.
He is the Paul Feig that they needed for DC, and they actually have a creative team that's putting all of the shit together. Marvel's got all of these stories pinned for like the next 20 years, guys. They've already had these written for like 80 years or so. All these stories have been written. They're just finding out what they can fit into movies together. So DC is going to be doing the same thing, and we're going to be getting superhero movies, whether you like them or not. Fuck you guys that hate them for like the next 20 years. And I'm happy for that.
And when it comes to the Justice League, I'm a really bad Superman fan. I love seeing him on screen. I almost don't even pay attention to what's going on around. That's just when Superman's there all the way. And there's some shitty Superman movies, obviously, but oh man, I can't wait. And Flash, I'm a huge Flash fan.
I didn't hate the Brendan Routh. The Superman.
It wasn't. That wasn't.
I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it.
It had redeeming moments.
Yeah,
but.
Let's see. December. And then we get to December. Go ahead, Kyle. What do you got there?
Well, December is just a single movie, really.
That's all you really need to see.
Yeah, it's gonna be nothing but Star Wars in December. That's it. But if we want to talk about something else, an interesting one that interested me that I saw pop up on the list was Ferdinand.
And I love Chris O'Dowd.
But but this one's interesting because this is based off of the old Disney short, but this is not a Disney movie. Yeah, this is not a Disney movie. Fox got the rights to the story. So we'll see what they do with this one.
Interesting.
Because
I remember my kid, I loved that.
Well, yeah, it was a great series. It was a great cartoon. It won an Oscar, for Christ's sake.
But yeah, Star Wars Episode 7 or Episode 8. Sorry, Episode 8. Which, God damn it,
boy, what can you say?
Well, we can say this is Carrie Fisher's last movie.
Yes. Well, you don't know that.
Well,
after seeing Rogue One, you don't know that.
I don't know. They haven't decided what they're going to do.
They got the brain trust together for that one. Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
So hopefully you enjoyed that. That's all we got for the Geekery this week. Man, there's a lot of fucking good movies. I'm going to be spending easily $500-$600 at the movies this year. I'm keeping that industry alive.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
I got the white stars you wanted, but I couldn't find any red hearts, yellow moons, or green clovers.
Well, I'll use it, but I'm not paying for it.
So Brian Fisher, boy, we love talking about this man, wants to talk to us about being a traitor if you oppose people putting up the 10 Commandments anywhere. So let's go ahead and let him make his case. And I'm going to let him just talk all his way through, because we went long on the Geekery this week, and we did a bunch of other amazing long segments. But we're going to let him talk. Here we go.
George Washington said, look, a guy cannot be considered a patriot. He cannot be considered a patriotic American.
That's what a patriot is.
If he labors to subvert either Christianity or the 10 Commandments. The essence of what it means to be a patriot, according to George Washington, the definition of patriotism, the essence of patriotism,
You're repeating yourself,
is a man who is a sincerely devoted follower of Jesus Christ and seeks to live his life by the 10 Commandments, who adheres to Christianity and to the 10 Commandments. That is the definition and the mark and the hallmark of a patriot. And if somebody's laboring to subvert these things,
according to somebody
George
else.
Washington said, look, I'm not talking about perfect obedience here. I know nobody's going to do that. That's why we need a savior. But if somebody is out there working to undermine, to subvert these things, to work against Christianity, to work against the public acceptance and the acknowledgement of the 10 Commandments, that guy is no patriot. He is a traitor to his country. And I have no hesitation in saying that today. You want to find a traitor to your country, find somebody who is actively working to oppose Christianity and oppose the public acknowledgement of the 10 Commandments. You are looking, my friend, right there at an American traitor.
So Lucian Greaves is a traitor.
So, so citation needed?
Yeah, and I started looking for this mythical George Washington document, and about the closest thing that I could find is that he was talking about people that were civil servants, not citizenry, but servants, like people within the army or the military and stuff like that. And there's no lie about it. The military has been strongly religious for a long fucking time. Yeah. I mean, we can't avoid that because, one of the biggest things that they possibly have to do is to go into a battle and fucking die. And I'm not going to do the atheist and foxholes kind of thing. But the thing is like when you're facing immortality, a lot of people, they cling to that kind of shit. And I'm not.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. I'm not saying everyone does. I'm just saying that. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but fucking trying to say that if you're against the 10 Commandments or posting the 10 Commandments, you're un-American. I'm sorry. Then why aren't the 10 fucking commandments codified into our Constitution?
Yeah. And arguments like this just drive me nuts because number one, it's not designed to have an open dialogue or an open discussion about anything whatsoever. It is a confirmation bias at its finest, and anyone who disagrees with it is going to vehemently disagree with it, and anyone who already agrees with it isn't going to assume there's any other way to look at it other than that. So it's just a stupid, idiotic, dumb.
It's exactly Brian Fisher has a conclusion that he now found something that supposedly backs him up, and he's going to run with it.
Yeah, I don't even know where he found it because
it's hard to Google. There was I had to get at it via Twitter. I believe I found there were people that were commenting via Twitter. Either that or it was on Reddit that somebody was starting to debunk it. And I'm like, you guys have... Reddit has absolutely way too much fucking time on its hands to solve shit. I love that site, but man, there's some people that just like I'm a grammar Nazi, but then there are people that are just like grammar fucking Nazis where like they say, well, that comma usage there was unnecessary. Like, what? Shut up. It's internet.
I like my Oxford comma. You can kiss my ass.
Yeah. We're not even talking about Oxford comma. We're talking like leaving a pause or something like that, where people use a comma for a pause and they're like, oh, that's not necessary. I'm like, okay, Reddit. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. So, Brian Fisher, you're a traitor. We're all traitors. Everybody's a traitor.
Apparently. Yeah.
You know, because George Washington even made an address to some mosque. I can't remember which one it is. Where I mean, it's almost like the Treaty of Tripoli or something like that, where they said that the America is not nor never will be a Christian nation or something like that. Or I remember, just because one guy said it in passing doesn't mean that it's fucking canon. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy just drives me insane. And arguments like that drive me even further insane.
And I bet you it was when George was still just the general. I bet you it wasn't even George the president. Because George, the first president of the United States that, you know, is now working off this brand new fucking constitution that we have, he's going to try to make everybody come together because that was a really fucking hard time for the country. So last thing you want to do is marginalize somebody.
Yeah, I think he would probably have picked his public policy and words a little bit more carefully, given exactly what they've gone through for the Constitution.
And so we went from Bush, we went from George Washington, and many presidents in between, to Bush, to Obama, to Donald Trump. God damn it.
Nobody knows if I work there or not. Yeah. Worked for Steven Seagal. And he worked for Osama bin Laden.
Steven Seagal.
Guess why the Taliban is so deadly and effective? Hap keto training. Where'd they learn that? From Steven Seagal's fat ass.
I don't think you can say that.
Why do you think Kelly LeBrock left him? Because he's Taliban.
So Dave Daubenmire, I'm unsure how to even announce who this guy is. He's one of those douchebags that wears like the cross baseball cap, you know, instead of a team or some sort of like obscure reference or slang or something like that, or, you know, just saying something like dope or fat ass or something like that on his baseball cap. It has just a cross.
Team Jesus.
Fucking douche, goody. Man. Anyway, he's sitting in front of a blue screen on this video here, which you guys watching on YouTube are gonna be able to see, but where it looks like he's sitting in front of a stadium window, like a VIP box. Like, you're not doing your Google Hangouts from in front of a fucking like inside of a VIP box, Dave. You're a douchebag in your basement, just like the rest of us are. Yeah, I went there. Dave, he wants to talk to us about the CIA and apparently how they've been planning stuff and making stuff happen. So it's conspiracy theory at its finest. Here we go. Yeah.
This shit, Jim.
We've been talking a lot about deception and how deceived so many people are, including Christians, how we just believe the bottom line that somebody else tells us. They put us in a box. We feel comfortable in that box. We don't even ever want to get out of that box. We don't want anybody poking any new information at all in that box.
Anybody else find it ironic that a Christian is saying this? You know, it's like he's talking shit on his own people. We don't want any new information. We're told to believe what we're told to believe, and that's the way we're supposed to do things.
Yeah.
Do you not hear yourself, sir?
No, apparently he doesn't.
No.
Trying to help people understand that the greatest thing going on around us is the deception. It's the most valuable weapon that the enemy has, is to deceive. In fact, he's not only a liar, he doesn't just tell lies, he's the father of lies. So this fake news and all that stuff going on around us, we have to be not ignorant of his devices and understand what's going on. So isn't it amazing that in the midst of all this electoral college and all this stuff's going on, we end up having a Russian ambassador get shot. Now, I've been all over the internet like so many of it, allegedly shot. There's no blood in this.
Oh.
You know,
There's the conspiracy right there.
Whoa.
I love this allegedly shot thing that a lot of the a lot of the low information voters are kind of rushing to. They're like, oh, well, if you look at the videos from the shooting, there was no blood. Like,
well,
that guy was so obviously shot that it shocked me when I watched it. Like, I've seen a lot of people get shot. I searched this kind of thing out on the internet. I don't know why. Porn doesn't work anymore.
we used to rent out Faces of Death at the video store. So,
didn't most of those turn out to be fake? I can't remember.
Yeah,
they did.
Which kind of ruins the whole thing. Like that jerk.
Still disturbing.
Yeah,
a couple of those I still can't get out of my head.
But anyway, okay, it's a fake shooting. I'm surprised this isn't coming from Alex Jones.
Alex Jones, yeah.
Those tinfoil hat guys get loose and they go in 1,000 different directions, and they can create videos that really make you begin to wonder. But again, here we are. The Russians are involved. Remember when 4 years ago when Mitt Romney mentioned the Russians and they about laughed him off the stage?
No.
I do remember.
That's not why he was being laughed off the stage.
Well, he did bring up the Russians, and a lot of us made I laughed about it because I'm like, Russians? Really? Who's fucking worried about the Russians? Oh, that's because we had a president at the time that kept them in fucking check. Yeah, I wasn't worried about Russia back then. Am I worried about Russia now?
Yep.
I'm not Red Dawn worried, but I'm also very much what the fuck are we doing?
Now all of a sudden the Russians are that big black bear again right in the middle of everything. Do not be ignorant.
Why has it got to be black?
And what's going on. So we saw that happen. Then over in Germany, they had what they call a truck accident where some guy mowed down 12 people, killed 12 people, injured a bunch of other people. And so in my mind...
In your mind, you just called a terrorist act that everybody else is calling a terrorist act a truck accident.
What is wrong with him?
If you want to talk about fake news, you, sir, are fake news.
Yeah.
Is this stuff being orchestrated? I was reading something this morning, Russ. I'm going to give you some time. Bear with me a second. I was reading something this morning about...
Orchestrated, yes, but by different people, different groups. Wait, let's see. The truck thing, ISIS. The gunman shooting down something. I think that was PKK Peshmerga kind of thing that was going on. Let's see. What else did he talk about? Russia and the election. That's Russia trying to rig our election.
The dark side of the Central Intelligence Agency. The same dark side.
There's no light side of the CIA
grown up
guys.
enough to know that didn't happen the way they told us, right? You are grown up enough to understand that there is a very dark element of the Central Intelligence Agency, and the CIA in particular is doing everything they can to make sure that Donald Trump doesn't get to be president of the United States because he will drain that swamp. In fact, I saw that the guy he appointed to be head of the CIA is a born-again Bible-believing Christian, claims that. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. His name slips my mind right now. So we're seeing this spiritual war break out in the natural. Don't miss what's going on. And we want to think, again, how stupid Trump is, and he doesn't know what's going on, and he's an egotist. And I'm going to tell you something. We don't have any idea the information that Donald Trump is receiving. And
neither does he.
Yeah, we have intelligence reports. We have stuff that they've released from the press, and the press has come out with lots of information, and he's going, no, it's all lies. It's all lies. Wrong. I think we glossed over the fact that he said that the JFK thing was a CIA operation.
Well, I mean, is he full on pulling out a wag the dog conspiracy theory here?
Yeah, I think he is.
Wow.
The dark side of the CIA. Come the fuck on, dude. There's a reason that they don't disclose budgets for things. There's a reason that they don't, have all of their state actors, on the roll somewhere. There's a reason that all of the people that have died in service of the CIA just get a blank fucking star on the wall of headquarters there. Because you're not allowed to identify who it was, because you can always make a joke saying, yeah, I worked for the CIA, because if somebody tries to contact them, they'll say, we can neither confirm nor disavow that person ever worked for us, So, I don't know where I'm going with this one, but Dave Daubenmire's a fucking idiot, man. There's no such thing as a light side of the CIA. It never goes like, oh, hey, would you like to come to the CIA bake sale? We got puppies you can pet. Oh, it's wonderful.
We've all got matching hats with crosses on them, and it's a wonderful place to be.
Oh, and he was salivating about the Christian being set up for the head of the CIA. A lot of Muslim people are going to die. That's all I hear whenever I hear that. Fucking Christian people, man. Our team, yay! I mean, then again, we're kind of tribalist when it comes to atheism too. We'd kind of probably be like cheering too, but that's because we're underrepresented.
As some of you heard, the state of Hawaii released my official long-form birth certificate. Hopefully, this puts all doubts to rest. But just in case there are any lingering questions, tonight, I'm prepared to go a step further. Tonight, for the first time, I am releasing my official birth video.
We've been saving this one for you guys. Alex Jones. This is the one I wanted to get to about a week ago, but I couldn't. So what we're going to be doing right now is listen to Alex Jones for about a minute, and I'm just going to let it play because I don't want to do extra
We
work.
learned later.
Wait, rewind it.
He didn't have to do this because obviously Soros.
He's talking about Joe Arpaio, if you guys are wondering.
Obama. But Sheriff Joe Arpaio and Mike Zullo did it. And they had the UN come after him, lawsuits, you name it. Now, years after, they've had top forensics labs come out and say, definitely it's fake.
Obama's birth
They put it
certificate.
in multiple layers so you know it was fake. We learned later. It's good to investigate the birth certificate, in my view. But they did it just to become this whole honeypot, which is good we covered it, from the fact that we believe his dad was really Frank Marshall Davis. And we know he has all these weird aliases. He converted to Islam. He wears an Islamic ring. All of this is real.
No.
He put in his
none of it's real.
It's not.
Law review that he edited as the editor that he was born in Kenya. His wife in 2007 in speeches, we played them, said, hey, my husband was born in Kenya on purpose to then put out the fake birth certificate. So they would then get us to basically divert off to that and the fact that his dad was Frank Marshall Davis, the famous communist, would never be discovered. Now, that's my educated view on it. But regardless, I'm not putting down Sheriff Joe Arpaio and the work he's done, exposing this, Fast and Furious, you name it.
Okay, so if his dad was Frank Marshall, whatever the fuck you want to call him, and he came from the mom that had raised him up, that means he's an American. Because
that means he's an American, yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Because people have tried the whole being born on national soil thing before, with
that doesn't
because John McCain, Mitt Romney
in,
was born in Mexico,
Yeah.
So
it doesn't matter. Both of your parents are citizens. Guess what?
Do you guys know of anybody that follows Alex Jones, like really is
like legitimately listens to him?
Yes, like is a champion of Alex Jones.
I do know somebody, but I'm going to make them nameless because it's someone in the family, and they legitimately subscribe to the InfoWars magazine.
Yeah.
So does this extend far beyond their news organization and more and further aspects of their life are this insane? Or is this like an isolated, that's entertainment, I really like it, and he really makes sense?
No, they really believe that's what this stuff is going on. And so when I go over to this person's house for whatever function it may be, one of the funnest things I can do is set this old person off.
Yeah. I've got someone in my family, I don't know if they particularly listen to this, but the type of personality he is is disturbing to the lines of someone that would follow Alex Jones.
And so anytime I go over to this person's place and I start talking about things and I go, well, unlike that fucking Muslim Obama, I'll just say that just because I know that'll get this guy going for about 40 minutes. And so if I take everything they say and flip it 180, you have a pretty reasoned argument coming from this person. Oh, but it's fucking terrible. I don't know why.
Why are we still talking about this?
Yeah, why
is it? It's absolutely insane what
he's literally, as the clock has rolled over, he's 12 days away from abdicating the throne of president.
Yeah. At this point, what does it matter?
I can't wait for the day of inauguration when I can finally say, okay, who got their guns taken away?
Yep.
Anybody? Who got it?
Anybody?
Yeah. What did he? Yeah. What did he do to the country? Really?
Anybody?
How are anybody? Are we actually worse off now than we were? Anybody?
Nope. Unemployment. It looks like a pretty good positive number to me. You know.
Yeah.
That doesn't include the people that are actually looking for jobs. The people that aren't looking for jobs. I'm like, okay, that's the same metric that they've used to measure unemployment for every fucking president prior. What makes you think that you get to use a different stick just because it's a black guy's president?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, if people drop out of the labor force and stop looking for jobs,
that's not his fault.
Yeah, that's not his fault at all. It's not even his fault at all. Even it's not the president's job to create jobs.
No, there was somebody
not within his purview.
Nor is it in his fucking purview to give them tax cuts to keep them in the country. It's bullshit. Oh, we're going to be seeing a lot more of that. We're going to be seeing a lot more of the carrier thing happening across the United States.
Yep.
Man.
And I just realized I know nothing about Alex Jones' past, so I'm going to do research after the show.
Let's do Alex Jones next week.
Yeah, let's do Alex Jones.
For the patron
and
thing.
Really all I want to bring up is he's only 42. I thought he was way older than that.
A really hard-lived 42.
Yeah.
The guy that breaks your furniture at the party, huh?
Depending on whether we kept that in or not.
Damn it.
Actually, I'm not going to edit. Fuck editing.
Especially when it comes to Alex Jones.
I'm afraid to look into his personal history. I don't really want to know where that kind of a person comes from.
I started my career as a beefcake model.
I don't know what path you took to get to where you are, and I don't know what happened to you.
I don't think it was a path he took. I thought it was a pathogen he took. Thanks.
Happy birthday, Mr. President. Happy birthday to you.
As this episode comes out this week, I'm a scant few days away from my birthday, literally rounding the last couple of bases until I'm 40 fucking years old. I bring this up not as a method of plying for all of you listeners out there to send me well wishes, but as a reminder to myself that the life we have is fleeting. You do have an expiration date, and you will become nothing sooner rather than later. Now that I've got you guys fucking bummed out, I wanted to remind you that each breath that you take, each sunset you watch, that's one less that you'll get to do from this point on. So yes, you are going to die. And I primarily wanted to bring this up because guess what? You're not religious. That means that you know that this life is it. You get one crack at this existence thing. And whether you're a nihilist or a hard determinist, you know, even if you are one of those people, just take a second as you're listening to my dulcet tones and take a quick look around you and notice something. And then just continue to do that trend as you go on with your day. You'll be surprised at how quickly we humans get tunnel vision and put ourselves into little primer boxes. A reference for anybody that might have watched that movie. That fast forward us all to our deaths. Well, being that I'm not the religious type anymore, that also loosens up quite a bit when it comes to morality. I mean, I have no desire to kill anybody that I'm going to say here on a podcast, you know, legally here on a podcast. But, oh, do I have lots of lust, gluttony, sloth, pride, and all of the other supposed deadly sins that I want to accomplish on a daily, if not hourly basis. And all of this is because it's fucking wonderful to be alive, to be this sensory-driven ball of fatty water that thinks it has a higher purpose, that is driven by a meat-covered skeleton powered by the destruction of other life forms. Think about it. It's fucking amazing being a human. I hope that Christians or Mormons realize this one day and enjoy themselves a bit. Let's face it. Everyone, those sorry sad sacks, they've shuffled their way to the church every weekend are doing nothing more than denying the very thing that liberated me and so many others, their humanity. I strive to remind myself most of the time about the fact that I'm mostly a thinning-haired, overweight primate with poor social skills. And that tells me that I'm just another step down the phylogenetic tree towards whatever the species is going to be. So, in short, your life is exactly as short as you make it. And when it comes to it being a human, it's all about experiencing things. So go experience some shit this year. Do some stuff you've never done before. If you've ever questioned about hashtag butt stuff, now's the time. You know? If you haven't tried something new that you've never eaten before, like that restaurant that you'd pass by every goddamn week on the way to your work, that you're like, how is this place still in business? It's been here for 12 fucking years. There's a reason it's been there that long. It's probably a good restaurant. Go check it out. You know, go watch a movie you've never seen before. Have you seen Citizen Kane yet? No? Well, then go fucking watch Citizen Kane. Go take and do something that's going to be different than what you would do normally. It's time for you to break out of your little shell and enjoy being a human and enjoy the short fucking time you have in this existence. Okay, well, that does it for this week's episode. We're headed to go record the Secret Patron Show, which, and this week it'll be just a quick little... We've done a bunch of like 30-minute episodes over the last couple of weeks, so we're going to give about a 10-minute overview of this weird, crazily stupid Mormon article that I grabbed from somebody about what the anti-Mormons are really going to be doing in this world. So go check that out. You can currently download all of our older episodes on the website and YouTube, but keep in mind that these are about 6 months old. So if you want to hear the real current stuff, all it takes is about $1 a week, and we have so much other stuff that you guys can watch and listen to on our Patreon feed. You can hit that up at patreon.com/Utah Outcasts. And thanks to Geoff and Kyle for joining me again this week. But sadly, this is the part where we must say to you guys that the Outcast will catch you again next week with a brand new episode. But until then, you're welcome.
Good night, everybody.
Have a wonderful week.